Good evening, everyone. It's so strange for me to be making videos at night as opposed to early morning. I'm so used to saying good morning. And the month of June is flying by. I guess it goes that way when you're busy. But I mentioned this guy right here, Robert Wright, earlier in a video. It had, oh, what's that dude's name? What's that dude's name? I'll think of it. Alsop. James Alsop. I think that's how you say his name. Alsop. He was talking about a video that these guys did and about how they plan to steal the elections. And of course, they are one and the same. They are one and the same. The Republican Party is the Democrat Party. The Democrat Party is the Republican Party. So you can't say that if the Republicans really wanted to stop some of the things that the Democrats do, they couldn't. But that's not true. They could stop it dead in its tracks. And so can the FBI, among other agencies. But they choose not to. They choose instead. Uh-oh, there we go. My computer's slowing down because I'm almost out of room. I have to delete some content here today or tomorrow. I hate doing that, but I have to in order to keep going. So anyway, this guy, he is exactly what James Alsop says. He's really not a good guy. And here we are, Robert B. Wright. I think I'm saying that right. Is Chancellor Professor of Public Policy at the University of California at Berkeley. Where you know, just by where he teaches, that he's probably not a good guy. He's probably not so nice. And a senior fellow at the Blum Center for Developing Economies. He served as Secretary of Labor in the Clinton administration, for which time magazine named him one of the 10 most effective cabinet secretaries in the 20th century. It's hard to believe that our centuries have changed since then. Wow. I'm fucking old. Wow. I digress, though. Yeah, he served as Secretary of Labor. And so I need to make a correction here. I made a mistake earlier. I thought he was in Hillary Clinton's little circle, but it turns out he was in Bill Clinton's little circle. My bad. But these guys have a lot of videos. A whole lot of videos. And some articles. But here are, he said, 7 biggest failures of Trumponomics. And I'm going to be inclined to agree with some of these because the economy's not doing so damn good, is it? I mean, it's in shambles. Trump promised to bring down America's trade deficit, and he has failed to do that big time as fast as possible. Instead, the trade deficit is has hit another all-time high, and it has. I can't see this shit very well. Load up some more here. All right. That should do it. I sit back, way back from my computer, so it's a little harder for me to see the small print. So that was something he promised. I remember that. I remember him saying how stupid the others were because their trade deficits were so high. How about you? Do you remember that? His administration said that corporations would invest their savings from tax cuts. Instead, corporations spent more money buying back shares of their own stock, and that is true too. So this guy's not lying. He's not lying at all. Okay, so he's not lying, as I said. He promised a tax cut for middle-class families. Instead, most Americans will end up paying more by 2027. And we already are at the store and stuff. Number 6, he promised to keep jobs in America and crack down on corporate or companies that ship jobs overseas. Instead, his tax law has created financial incentives for corporations to expand that operation abroad, or their operations abroad. He promised to drain the swamp of Washington lobbyists, and we all know that didn't happen. Just look at AIPAC. They're in there deep. I mean, real deep. So, I mean, his first article I've read from this dude has been spot on. But there's other work he's done that's atrocious. He is a socialist. He is a control freak. Just saying. He might be right on some things, like the economy. But or Trump's policies or his promises regarding these things. He was right about that. But he's wrong about that. There's no point in even going to the ballot box. Look, if the deep state wants one candidate or another in, they're going to get them in. Do you understand how deeply embedded these people are? You think Trump can actually cleanse the government of the deep state? You're delusional. You're living in a fantasy. There's no cleansing of this country of the deep state. Even after shit hit the fan, they have plans to come and take things from you as form of taxes. You think you're going to escape them? The only thing there is to do is expose them and fight them. That's it. But I guess I got to give credit where credit's due, because he is right about each and every one of those broken promises. But his term isn't over yet, so we'll see. But I'm very, very skeptical. Anyway, I thought I would talk to you all about this because I made a mistake in that previous video, and I wanted to correct that mistake. He is a member of, or he was a member of Bill Clinton's government, and he's probably good friends with him. So don't be fooled by anything these people say.